I was the big kid growing up. I was always sad, wondering why I didn't look skinny like everyone else. During COVID, I ate everything I could. Food was my comfort and happiness. I would down big bags of chips and frozen food and feel like shit about myself, but a few hours later, I was right back to eating. In the summer of 2022, I bought a scale. When I stepped on it for the first time, I was disgusted. I was at 189 at 18 years old. It was all fat with no muscle at 5'8". I remember crying that night, wondering why am I like this? Why can't I stop eating? It wasn't until my first semester of college where I finally decided that enough was enough and started prioritizing my health and fitness. I instantly fell in love with working out. Seeing the day-to-day improvements was so addicting. I went from feeling insecure about my weight to wearing clothes that didn't fit me in years. My confidence was at an all-time high. I went from 189 pounds to 154 pounds in about 6 months. Although I looked great, my strength slowly started to peak. I had my mind set out to a 225 bench. Since I kept failing 185 over and over and over again, I decided to bulk back up for the sake of hitting 225. At first it was fine. All I did was eat the same food as I was before, but more of it. As time went on though, I started eating everything in sight again. I fell back into my old ways and my relationship with food was back where it started. I did eventually hit 225 on bench, but only after gaining 40 pounds. I ended up at 195 pounds. I was 6 pounds heavier than when I first started out with. I wanted to cut back down. Things like walking upstairs or tying my shoes had me out of breath really fast. I was never able to get back down to where I was peak cut. My weight ended up fluctuating between 170 to like 175. Then, just 6 months ago, I was starting to feel lonely and boredom got the best of me. It got to the point where after classes, I would rot in my room and doom scroll the rest of the day. Started eating everything in sight again, making me reach my all-time heaviest of 211 pounds. I didn't care anymore. Started forming bad habits and reached a level of degeneracy I was so ashamed of. I ended up moving back home this spring semester. In the beginning, it was still hard sticking to a cut and consistently working out. But 2 weeks ago, I decided again that it is time to fully commit. Tired of feeling like shit, looking fat, and being weak as fuck. My end goal is to have a body I'm proud of. A body that is capable of physically doing anything I want. I hope to go from 206 down to about 165 to 160 by the end of the summer. If you're watching this, I hope you join me along my journey of building discipline, strength, and humility. So today, we start at 0%. And from this point forward, every choice I make will count. Every rep, every meal, every moment of discipline is a step closer to becoming someone I can finally be proud of. It's not just about losing weight or building muscle. It's about proving to myself that I have control over who I am and who I become. This is my story, and the next chapter starts right now.